Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Stash Report from the Stash Project. This is our March 2020 compilation video for people that are new to the channel. First of all, welcome. Second of all, we do this beginning of every month telling you the expected kit releases for any given month, and in this case, of course, it is March of 2020. So things are looking a bit light on the domestic side. The issues with the coronavirus caused the facilities that make round two's models to be closed, obviously much longer than the Chinese New Year's expected. So there are no actual, so we should say, scheduled kit releases, as the Copycat wants her point of view heard, uh, in March for round two. Now there were a couple of things that were released already in the beginning of this month, technically at the end of February, that were supposed to be March releases. That being the 66 Dirt Modified and the display case with the Coca-Cola tie-in. Those were originally March releases as they pushed out at the end of February. So there's technically nothing for March uh, from round two. Now, their factories are back up and running. They have confirmed this publicly, and we do have some kits that are on the release slate for April. So looks like it's just a small little hiccup. I don't, I'm not sure what real benefit there is to shipping the kits versus holding them, other than obviously shipping the kits with the other round two things that came out last week, the Italy reboxes of the Freightliner and the container trailer. Obviously, probably made it easier just to ship things in one big, mass shipping than shipping a little bit here and a little bit there and things like that. But at any rate, that will again, that hiccup seems to be ironing itself out with what is a minimum amount of drama, hopefully. Uh, we still have tentatively expecting at the end of this month from Revell the Jeep Rubicon with the retooled, more closer to factory stock parts, the reissue of the monogram Chevy Love pickup truck, and of course the reissue of the 29 Ford Roadster with the small block Chevy and the Halliburton style wheels from the 30 Ford included in the 1929 Ford as the change up for this reissue. So those are still, from every vendor I've looked at, still scheduled to come out this month. So how the COVID thing affects Revell or not will remain to be seen. I mean, if worst comes to worst, they'll be delayed into April too, and you'll have to build any of the model kits you already have this month. But overseas, there are still a number of kits that are on the March slate, so we'll take a look at those. Well, of course, we're also expecting the Salvinos JR 83 Pontiac uh, Grand Prix Richard Petty kit. That did not come out in February, but I believe it's supposed to come out. If it comes out this month, it comes out this month. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it did not come out in February, so that's still out there pending as well. So overseas in Japan, a number of things that Fujimi was doing in the last 2 months have all been delayed into April. So there is no March anything. There's only one set of wheels anyway. So that's not going to be coming out anymore. The Mitsubishi Lancer EX 1800 Turbo, which was the all-new toolkit that I think represents an 84 Lancer. It's basically the street car version of the B-Max rally car, although those two kits do not share any parts or anything like that. The Hasegawa stuff is completely separate from B-Max Nunu. As far as the tooling goes, but that was supposed to come out this month. It's been delayed. That has nothing to do with the coronavirus and everything to do with the fact that it's just not ready. And then the other Hasegawa kits for March are a reissue of the Honda N360 N1, the 124 scale Espo Larousse LC90 F1 car, the reissue of the Civic SB1 in the Miwa 1982 Suzuki Suzuki 500 kilometers. That's gonna have some resin mirrors put into it and a new set of decals into that little first gen Civic race car that they made. Reissue of the 1998 Toyota Corolla rally car for the Rally of Great Britain, and then a reissue that was just added here a couple of weeks ago as a sort of a filler, as a reissue of the Nisiki Trust Porsche 962C in its 1991 Le Mans not winning, but Le Mans running livery. That car didn't win; it didn't even finish. But at any rate, If you haven't already picked one up, the official global distribution of the Academy Hyundai Santa Fe is this month, although the kit's out at this point. Over at Tamiya, you're going to get a reissue of the Toyota Celica 2800 GT. That is going to be the JDM only version of that. The US spec Celica Supra will be released in May. And then also a reissue of sorts, modified reissue. Their Mazda MX-5 in the RF version, the one with the removable hardtop, the Targa roof. So that we covered at the Nuremberg Toy Fair. Has a number of new parts, including a new body. That will be coming out this month as well. Over at Aoshima, you're going to get a reissue of the 2011 Lamborghini Aventador LP704 in the new supercar lineup, and then reissue of the 2015 Toyota Crown Athlete, 1978 Nissan Cedric Gloria Brougham. That's one of those kits with the two building options, but only one final kit kind of thing. Reissue of the 1984 Nissan Skyline R30 Turbo RSX, reissue of the 1992 Toyota Celsior, reissue of the 1999 Nissan Silvia S15 Top Secret, reissue of the 2007 Subaru WRX in its INGS tuner format, and a reissue of the 2005 Toyota Alphard Silk Blaze VIP van. Also, the Nissan Silvia S13 Diamond Package, the 1998 Nissan Skyline ER34 25 GTX, that's the newer tool, Mordor Skyline, the 68 MGB, the 74 MGB, the 1982 Kalami 9-hour Skyline Turbo Group 5 car, the 2005 Toyota Alphard, and it's just regular factory trim, 1991 Toyota Crown Majesta, 1995 Toyota Hilux New Old School, so it's another one of those little lowrider pickup trucks. Also reissued the Liberty Walk Liberty Works Laurel 130, and then several sets of 19-inch wheels, which are the Work Gnosis GS2, Workmeister S1R, the VIP Modular VX S110 and VSX 210, and then Volk Racing TE37, Volk Racing CE28Ns, Enki Racing NT03 Plus Ms, so many letters and numbers, and the Hart Racing Type CRs. So all of those wheel sets are reissues. Pretty much everything on this entire list is a reissue. Actually, there's not anything in the March kits that has a single thing added to it or, boxed in a different way. It's just all reissues. So, what are you going to do? I suppose technically the Aventador is reboxed into the new box, but it is what it is. Also, and I can't remember if I mentioned this during the weekly things or not, because I think this would technically go into next week's video, because it was just put up for pre-order. But Nunu, via Platts, is saying that the toe tip liveried Lancia Delta S4 in its 1986 San Remo Rally livery, and their Nordica liveried Volvo 240 Turbo, which is for the 1986 Hockenheim European Touring Car Championship race. Both of those kits, they're saying, are going to be released in March. The only reason I mention it in that way is because when you look at the distribution list of Nunu, because everything's coming through Nunu at this point, even old BMAX reissues, those two kits are April and May releases, respectively. April for the Volvo and May for the Lancia. The Lancia was supposed to be a European-only release, and now, of course, much like the Asian-only release of the M6 with the Macau livery, it is now a global release. So I'm very interested to see who's right about that, because the one kit that's supposed to come out for March is the new tool BMW 320i Dutch Touring Car Championship thing. That's a brand new kit. There's going to be 2 or 3 other kits released of the E46 generation BMW based on this tooling. The M3 GTR, there's a Super Touring 2000 car, and there's something else in there that I'm forgetting, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but as far as I know, I don't think that kit, especially with everything that went on over in China, I don't think that kit's, technically speaking, coming out on time. Now, the Volvo and the Lancia are very easy reissues, because the Lancia is going to get a different set of night lights, which, of course, obviously were tooled into the tooling originally, and the Volvo is just getting decals. So you ungate something on the Lancia tooling, and then you put in new decals, and then the Volvo kit gets new decals. So, I mean, those are very easy reissues in terms of getting them done in time for March, because the decals are going to get printed, and then you just need new boxes and the new instructions to reflect the new decals, because more than likely you can basically reprint the old instructions as far as all of the assembly things. You just need a new front page and a new decal layout page. The rest of the assembly itself should be identical to the Martini liveried S4, the original kit, and then the uh, Macau JTC version of the Volvo that was released. So those are, you can see where those could jump the BMW in terms of release, because they are reissues, just putting new decals into a new box, versus all of the things that go into tooling a brand new kit up. So we'll keep an eye on that. There was some speculation that the uh, Bell kits uh, Rover, was that the 4R6, 6R4 rally kit was going to come out this month, but those have been delayed until at least April. Belka's put a thing out today that I actually haven't had a chance to look at, but it looks like those kits are in production. They just haven't been shipped yet, so that again is another one of those waiting on factories in China to get themselves back up and running. And we'll cover sort of Belkit's schedule coming up, because, like I said, that it covers several of their upcoming releases, and I haven't, like I said, I haven't really had a chance to dive into it today. So, at any rate, guys, that wraps this video up. Hope you see some stuff there that you're going to purchase. We pretty much have two things on order at this point, and that's the Rally Corolla and the Civic race car out of Hasegawa. We had the Lancer, but that's obviously been delayed. And I'm still on the fence about picking up one of those RF MX-5s, because I still have the conversion from Playmos, and I don't know, what I would do with it. I don't know if anybody would buy it if there's a if there's a kit with the same thing. It's much easier to just build the Tamiya kit and have it fall out of the box perfectly assembled for you, rather than cutting apart one of the MX-5s and putting the resin pieces in. So, anyway, guys, we'll catch you guys. See you on the other side.